Hello, and welcome to Business Life with Kimmi. Well, hey guys, I hope all is well, my business bosses. Today we are talking about how to start a mobile barber detailing business. Yes, you heard it first here. There is a need for you to take your barber services, cutting hair, trimming, mustaches, mobile. Have you ever thought about that? Well, if not, today you're in the right place. I'm going to show you how to get started and give you tips on how to be successful, okay? So the first thing you need to do before you start your mobile barber detailing business is to do a little research and planning. Find out who needs your services. For example, when my father was in a nursing home, I had to hire someone to come out to the nursing home to give him a shave and to cut his hair. They did offer the services at the place, at the rehab center that he was in, but unfortunately it was certain days of the week, and sometimes he felt like it, sometimes he didn't. And I did actually take him out to the barber, but that was very hard. He was in a wheelchair. My husband helped me to get it accomplished. But after we did all of that, I did realize that, you know what, I need a barber that can be mobile and that can come here to the facility to help my dad. So who knew there was such a service? So it was hard to find someone. So if you haven't thought about this, again, think about offering mobile barber services. So you want to do your research. Check out how many nursing homes are in your area. Are there even hospitals in your area? People may need you that are ill that cannot get to the barber shop. This is who your ideal client is. There may be people in your area who are not interested in coming to the barber shop, period. They may want a private session in their home or a private appointment. There are business people that will pay you. They don't feel like stopping everything to drive a half hour over there, drive a half hour back. They will be like, hey dude, can you come to my home and cut my hair? So seriously think about it. Do your research. Think about what type of budget you'll need, what type of equipment. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more now, okay? When you think about what type of equipment you will need to start your mobile barber business, let's go over a few things now. You are going to need clippers. Of course, you probably already know that. You will need some shears. You're going to need other cutting tools, okay? You may also need some hair combs and brushes, some shining spray, detangling spray, maybe some hot towels. You may need to be able to have a way. Most people have a microwave in their home, but however you heat up the towels, if you're doing beards and such, you may need to have a way to do that if you're going to be mobile. That's something to think about. Also, extension cords, because sometimes you don't have enough with your cord. You need a little bit more room. You may also think about lighting, because you need to be able to see to cut the person's hair, right? So you may also need to think about that. And also, if your business get large enough, you may need to actually look into getting a generator, okay? So now let's talk about how to market this business. So now we already know we're going to do a little research. We're going to see who needs our services. We're going to see what equipment we need, which we already talked about. But now let's see, how do you market this mobile barber service? How do you market it? Let's talk about that. So once you know who we're marketing to, we need the marketing supplies, right? So what does that look like? You need to get some business cards. Make sure they're bright. Make sure you have your business name. Make sure it's a cute, catchy name, but not something so hard that people won't be able to remember later if they need you. You also would like to create a few flyers, maybe with the list of services that you provide, where you're willing to travel on the flyer. Doesn't have to be very wordy, but just a few cute pictures, just a few words. I'm able to travel to hospitals. I'm willing to travel to your home, to your business, to your office, wherever you're willing to travel to once you've done your market research, as we talked about earlier, who is actually your client. Awesome. When it comes to marketing, also be aware of Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Do not be afraid to advertise everywhere, because you never know who may need your service. They may not need your service, but their family member or their cousin, somebody will need your service. And my other business that I have, I'm a mobile notary, and I pass out cards to everyone. And I'll say, well, how did you find me? Oh, my cousin gave me your number, or my husband had your number. He used you one day. Okay, so always pass out your business cards to everyone. Make sure on your business cards and your flyers that you include your name, some pictures as I already stated. Make sure to include the list of services that you do. Also, you want to include your business hours and the services that you provide and how far you're willing to travel even. If you're willing to travel more than 20 or 30 minutes, put that on your flyer. Service the whole county, or what specific cities do you service? Because you never know where your client is. The next thing you want to think about is how to price your services. How are you going to price your mobile barber services? So we know that you're mobile, so it's going to cost more than if they actually came to the shop. So you want to think about travel. How long and how far do you want to travel? If your normal barber fee is $20, maybe you charge another $20 each way. I don't know what your market is. That's going to be depending on market. If you're in California, you can always charge way more than somebody that's located maybe in Georgia or Alabama, just because of where you're located. So that may start out with a barber cut in California, maybe $25. I don't know. But then after doing your market research, you figure, well, you know what? The barber shop charges $25. I'm going to be mobile. I'll add an additional $50. Now, there is somebody that is willing to pay you. Again, who would have ever thought McDonald's and Burger King is right up the street? I can go up there and get a hamburger. But do I do that? No. I will call Uber Eats, or I call a service to bring me my food, right? So it's that people are paying for services all day long. So now we talked about pricing your services, okay? And I do want to add one more thought about pricing. Always be competitive. Check and see if there's anyone else in the area that's even offering a service. And if they are, you may not want to charge more initially. You may need to charge less just to get your business started. But then initially, you will be able to go up on your prices as people refer you and they see what type of work you do. Because when it comes to picking a barber, most men are very, very particular. And women nowadays are too. And don't forget your women folk. Do not forget the women. Women are using barbers also. A lot of us are wearing shorter hairstyles now. So do not focus strictly on men. Everyone that has hair, and even if they don't, bald people like to have a nice clean look, right? So anybody that has a head is technically your client. All right, so let's move on to scheduling. How are you going to schedule your services? Are you going to let people call you direct? Do you have a Google page set up where you have a scheduling link? You have to think about that too. Now's the time. How do you want people to schedule? Now, I have one of my other businesses. At one time, I allowed clients to book themselves on my calendar, and I use the app called Calendly. Okay, so you can check into that also. However, I decided I liked a little bit more flexibility, and I did not want people just to say, well, I'm going to get on her calendar at 4 and she needs to be here at 4, because I didn't know what else I had going on throughout the day. So you need to think about now, how do you want people to book with you? Make it easy though for them to make appointments with you. Or if you are not available and you are not answering your telephone for some reason, shoot them a text. Hey, this is Bob the barber. I'm sorry I'm not available, but I would love to make an appointment with you. Please text me at this number, or please email me at such and such location. So you always want to make it easy for your clients to contact you also. I wanted to give you one more app that you can possibly use, and actually two, for scheduling. You can look into Acuity, and also you can use Google My Business. I do believe they have an option for you to allow people to schedule with you. You may have to add the link Acuity or Calendly on the Google My Business page in order for people to schedule, but Google will allow you to either do it directly through them, or you can use Square actually has an appointment too. So that's 3 different references for you. So to put that a little bit cleaner for you, you can use Acuity, Calendly, or Square for appointment options, okay? So let's go ahead and wrap this whole video up for you. So today we talked about starting a mobile barber business. And why is that important again? Because many people are not able to come to the barber shop. Think about your elderly clients. Think about your ill clients. Think about your business people who just frankly don't want to come and sit in the shop. They want VIP service and they're willing to pay for it. So if you have not thought about starting a mobile barber business, it is something I highly recommend. Again, think about the pricing, think about the marketing, think about the scheduling, all the things I talked about earlier. And that's how you too can start a successful mobile barber business. On behalf of Business Life with Kimmi, come back for all things business. Don't forget, click subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. Until next time, guys, much success. Bye.